Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. As you all know, the year is coming to a close, and because of that, I thought we'd go back to our old roots for the final video of 2024, and we'd do some LEGO DC Supervillains customs. Now, for this I had to pick a special thing, something new, and something that I think would be fun to make customs off of. And for this video, as you saw in the title, we are doing customs based on Marvel's What If Season 3. Now, I'm going to hit you with a huge spoiler warning now, so if you haven't seen the show, I would come back to it and then watch this video after, because I don't want to spoil any plot twists or character designs, or you know, I don't want to spoil anything. So, spoiler warning now. Okay, you've been warned. We're going to get right into it. Starting with number 1, we have the Mighty Avenger Protocol. Thank you. So, for this, let's bump him up to size. For this, we had to give him, like, elements of all the Avengers mechs to make it look like he was really made up of a bunch of different characters. And so for the head, we gave him Red Hood's, and then for the helmet, we gave him Adam Strange's, and that combo is supposed to look like Captain America Sam Wilson's mech. And then the shoulder piece is just a red shoulder piece. The right arm comes from Jinx, and that is there to represent Red Guardian's mech. The hands are just black. The left arm is Aqualad's, and that's to represent Black Panther Shuri's mech. The torso and legs are both white. The torso is, I think it's Shazam's, but in white, and the legs are Metallo's in white to represent Moon Knight's mech. And then the black hips there match Shazam's. But I think they actually come from Black Adam. I could be wrong, though. And then I gave him some claws. But I think this custom came out pretty good. It's definitely not perfect. But, you know, in my opinion, I think we did the best we could to make an actual mech in the game. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next set of customs, which are based off of What If Episode 2. What if Agatha went to Hollywood? Our next two customs are Agatha and Kingo from the second episode. And I didn't really know what was going on exactly because I haven't seen the Eternals. I just tried watching it and I kind of fell asleep. I wasn't really interested. But after doing some research, I kind of like figured it out and understood it. So the episode was better if you know the Eternals. So I recommend watching that movie and then watching episode 2 of that. But anyway, we're gonna move on. For Kingo, we gave him some brown hair with a normal face print in his skin tone. And for his skin tone, I chose like a little bit, like it almost looks like he's sunburnt. I gave him Kite Man's torso in purple with some purple hips, and I think it's Big Barda's legs in purple to get that gold design with some purple and black on there too. And I gave him the ability to shoot blasts out of his fingers because like of his ability in the show and in the movie. I think this custom came out pretty good, but we're gonna move on to Agatha. Next up for Agatha, this was a very difficult one because I didn't know what design to do, so I decided on going with like um her costume for the movie they're working on. And for this I gave her Jinx torso and legs just with white hips. I gave her no sleeves with black long gloves with some purple glowing around her hands to represent her powers. I gave her a common face print and Wonder Woman's hair with the tiara being silver to represent the crown that she has in her hair. I think this custom came out pretty good. I think the only part that looks a little iffy is the hairpiece, but it was the best option of any of the other hair pieces, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Next up, we are going to be going over Episode 3 customs. Now, Episode 3 was, what if Red Guardian stopped the Winter Soldier? Next up, we have the Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier. Now, these characters and their designs are based off of What If Episode 3, What If the Red Guardian stopped the Winter Soldier. And we're going to go over Red Guardian first. For him, we gave him the Flash movie styles helmet in dark red with white wings. We gave him Hawkman's face to get that strap on the chin. We gave him a custom torso in dark red with a light gray star and a white belt. We gave him Adam Strange's arms in red and white, black gloves. I don't know whose legs these are, but red legs with white, like, accents almost. and then we gave him these red and white hips. Finally, to round it off, we gave him his shield in light gray because red looked weird and white also looked weird. And I think light gray looks pretty good. And we gave him the ability to throw it. So that's pretty cool. But next up we have the Winter Soldier. Now, I thought this design was going to come out really good, and it didn't come out bad, it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So, obviously, we gave him some brown long hair with a stubble on his face. We gave him Orion's torso in black with his left arm being his robotic arm. And for that I used General Zod's gray arm with just Adam Strange's arm in all black on his right arm. I gave him a glove on his left hand and no glove on his right hand with a pistol. I gave him Vigilante's hips and legs to get some more tactical vibes for it. And I think this custom came out pretty good. Obviously, I don't think they're perfect, but I think for what they are, they came out really good. So next, we are going to go over What If Episode 4. For this next custom, because there's only one, I thought it'd be fitting to do it on a boat because of what happens in the episode. This custom is Darcy Lewis from Thor, but in this episode, which is What If Howard the Duck Got Hitched, she is married to Howard the Duck, and they have a daughter named Birdie. I was going to make Howard the Duck, and I was going to try making Birdie, but one, I didn't have enough slots for customs, and two, I could not make Howard the Duck. It was just impossible. We gave her this custom face print with some black glasses that are round, and then we gave her this long brown hair. I also, for a little bit of comedic effect, gave her a whisk. But, I think that was kind of funny. But I think this costume came out okay, and I was a little disappointed I couldn't make the rest of the people from it, but I think for one custom it came out pretty good. Next up, we have two more customs for What If Episode 5, I think. I don't remember the title of said episode, but this is the episode where Mysterio takes over Stark Tech, and it's up to Ironheart to stop him. And so for Ironheart here, we went with the design after she breaks down Vision and takes his suit basically, and I think it came out really good, honestly. For the torso, we gave her just a regular custom torso in white with some gray highlights, and we gave her the blue heart arc reactor thing on her chest. We gave her Adam Strange's arms in all white with, I don't know whose legs those are. Okay, after a minute of searching, I could not find out whose legs they are, so if you know, let me know in the comments. We gave her these white hips with a little bit of detail. And to represent repulsor blasts, I gave her some lighting around her hands. Finally, for her head and her hair comes from Shazam's little sister, Darla. And then for the head, it's a custom head with this white Daredevil-looking mask, and then with the mouth part being exposed. And I think that this mask works perfect for this character. And I think that this character came out really good. Next up, we have Mysterio, which is basically just the Far From Home design Mysterio, but the head was really tricky, and you can still technically see it, but I mean, it's the best we could do. For the torso, we gave him Mr. Miracle's torso in dark green with Jinx's arms in dark green. We gave him some gold hands with some green illusion tech surrounding them. We gave him Big Barda's legs in dark green with a dark green hip piece with a golden triangle. For the head, which was the trickiest part, we just gave him the skeleton head in all blue so that it's almost hidden to the point where you can't see it. And I think it turned out pretty good. It's not the best, but I think it looks pretty dang good. We're now going to move on to episode 6. Now, episode 6 is What If 1642 or something. It's an older time. I don't really remember the exact title. If my future self knows it, please put it on the screen right now. Thank you. But basically it's in the Wild West. It's What If the Avengers in the Wild West, and it stars Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop Hawkeye. And I thought their designs were pretty cool in this, and I think I captured them pretty good, honestly. So we're gonna start with Shang-Chi. I couldn't get the neck scarf around his actual neck, so I just put it on his mouth, and I think it looks pretty good still. I give him his iconic white fedora with a classic head, Billy Batson's torso in brown with some short red sleeves, and Superboy's legs in black with some normal black hips. I also give him the martial arts fighting style because he is Shang-Chi, and it fits perfect. Next up, for Kate Bishop, a Wild West Hawkeye, I gave her a black cowboy hat with a casual, just a classic face print. And then I gave her these black arms with some detailing, with some black hands, some brown legs, and a brown hip piece of Superboy's belt. I also gave her 2 revolvers because she wields 2 revolvers in the episode quite a lot. I think these costumes came out pretty good, and I'm glad that I decided to make both of them because they work as the perfect team. We're going to move on to episode 7, the second to last. 2 customs, I chose 2, well, I guess I chose 1 character from episode 7 and episode 8 and made them into customs. For episode 7, I chose Storm, Goddess of Thunder. I chose this design, and I think it came out pretty good. I used Mad Harriet's hairpiece, and I think it's perfect because you get her white hair with her crown that she has. And then I used a normal face print with Donna Troy's torso in white, with these white detailed legs with some white hips. I gave her Aquaman Gladiator's arms in black with some normal hands. I gave her Mjolnir, and she can shoot electricity from it. I gave her a red cape, and to round it all off, I gave her some electricity flowing through her around the hands. And I just think this design might be one of the best of the video. It just comes together so well, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. The final custom of the video, I had to choose someone special, so I chose Uatu, the Watcher that you follow in seasons 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, this would be the perfect custom, because season 3 is the finale of What If, and it ended like it began, and so choosing the Watcher would be perfect. And so for the Watcher, I gave him this cape with blue on the outside and purple on the inside. I gave him Spectre's face print with a blue scarf. I gave him Eugene Shazam's torso in purple with Eugene's hips also as well in purple. For his right arm, I chose Felix Faust's, and I just changed the color to purple. And for his left arm, I gave him a short blue sleeve to represent his, like, cloak. I gave him some magic flowing around his left hand, and I gave him Owlman's legs in purple. And with that being said, that was the final custom of our video, and I'd like to thank all of you so much for watching, not just today, but throughout the entire year. Through you guys, we were able to gain to 667 subscribers, and man, I'm so thankful. We didn't quite reach the goal of 1,000, but you know, that's okay. There's always next year, right? And I'll see you all in the next one, so bye-bye!